Developmental screening is an ongoing process that's recommended to be used for all children that show up for a primary care visit. It's important to be done for all children because we know that children with developmental delays or behavioral problems are not being picked up.
The first time my child was screened was at 2 months and then again at 5 months. It's personally important for me to have him screened to make sure that he's meeting his developmental milestones on time.
Through universal screening is a way we really try to identify children in our pediatric settings. And so throughout our county, we've collaborated in using a screening tool, a common screening tool that everybody will use.
We engage parents in the screening process by educating them about the services we offer. We educate them about the different stages of a child's development and reassure them that if their child needs more support in a certain area, that we can link them for specialized services.
Santa Clara County Office of Education has done over 2,500 early developmental screenings in our Head Start and Early Head Start programs, utilizing the same tools that are used in the pediatric healthcare setting.
We have made a lot of efforts, a variety of different strategies to make sure that children grow up healthy, the children are thriving in our community. One of the early efforts was obviously to expand health coverage for every child. We see this as a continuation of that effort to make sure that every child in our community is screened for some of these risk factors.
In Santa Clara County, more than 18,000 children under the age of 6 are thought to have developmental delays that go unidentified until they reach kindergarten. Often this leads to lifelong problems, many of which could have been prevented with earlier screening. That is why I'm asking VMC and our clinics to perform routine developmental screenings for all children as recommended by the American Academy of Pediatrics.
In 2013, when Board President Ken Yeager talked about the need for universal developmental screening within the pediatric clinics, it really put the stake in the ground. It was an impetus for First 5 and other stakeholders to really think about what we needed to do to make this happen.
You course correct early, down the road, you prevent special ed referrals, you prevent social emotional disciplinary referrals. We will be able to show and demonstrate thoroughly through our evaluation data the reduction in special ed referrals. We'll be able to show kids entering school.
A number of studies have shown that children who are identified early with delays, who receive the early intervention services, up to 40–50% of them by the time that they start kindergarten are no longer showing any delays. And so the early intervention has actually been a prevention activity that has resolved the original delay.
From my experience, having a child screened is very, very important. But I also do know that if there was something wrong with him, that this program would definitely help me find a specialist and find help that my child needs.
We know that if we are able to identify them and provide the early intervention services that will meet the needs of the child and the family, that child will be ready for school. And so the impact can't be overestimated.
There's a tremendous cost to society if any child is sort of, shall we say, lost and doesn't reach their full potential. Certainly it affects the individual, him or herself, but society just doesn't get the benefit of having a truly contributing person involved in our society.
For every investment that we make in a child's life, for every investment, there's a $7 return for every dollar that we invest. What greater return can we get for our dollar than in the thriving, healthy, productive life of a child? As they grow into adulthood, there's no greater investment.